31 insurgents, including 4 women cadres belonging to 5 proscribed outfits, lay down arms before Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren. Manipur clinches overall champion title of second Noctis Olympic Games 2022, bags 233 medals, including 85 gold. MLA Dinganglung Gangmei says efforts on to implement Hill Areas Amendment Act in another 4 hill districts of Manipur. National Press Day observed. Amzu President Wang Khemcha Samjai cautions over fake journalist. All Manipur Press Association AMPA Secretary YK Dhiren seeks people's support to boost printing sector of Manipur. And Lamsang MLA S. Rajan assures to look into ST status demand by STD CM but refuses to give assurance to support it. A very good evening. You are watching IS Primetime English News. Before we begin, IS News would like to remind our viewers to practice physical distancing, hand hygiene, wear masks, protect yourself and get vaccinated to ward off COVID-19. This is SURAJ Khongban Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. In a new development, as many as 31 insurgents, including 4 women cadres belonging to 5 proscribed outfits, laid down arms before Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren today. The surrendered insurgents included 17 from Kanglei Park Communist Party, People's War Group KCPPWG, 6 from People's Revolutionary Party of Kanglei Park Pre-Park, 3 from Kanglei Yaol Kannalup KYKL and 1 from Pre-Park VC. A homecoming ceremony for the cadres was organized by the Home Department at 1st Manipur Rifles Banquet Hall in Manimphal. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren welcomed the 31 cadres during the ceremony. Addressing the gathering, he expressed firm belief that many more will return to the mainstream and join the efforts to build an advanced Manipur and leave a better future for the generations to come. He also appealed to all the underground outfits to come to the table for peaceful solution. He asserted that peace is prevailing in the state under the guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and that members from various underground outfits are returning to the mainstream. He maintained that the law and order situation in the state has improved drastically ever since the BJP-led government came to power in the state, stating that the state government has withdrawn the Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 from 7 assembly constituencies in Imphal. He added that the government has also lifted Disturbed Area Tag under APSPA 1958 from the jurisdiction of 15 police stations in the state. Reiterating his appeal to all the insurgent outfits to come for peace talks, he assured to provide benefits of the various welfare schemes initiated by the state government and center to those who have surrendered. Chief Minister also pitched voice for peace and sought everyone's support and cooperation towards this end. The cadres also laid down 1 M16 rifle, 1 M4 carbine, 1 Lethot gun, 1 single-barrel rifle, 7.32 pistols, 3.22 pistols and 1 12mm bore pistol along with 5 cartridges, 3 Latos shells, 1 IED and 3 live rounds. On the occasion, the Chief Minister was flanked by Works Minister Govindas Konthoujam, Agriculture Minister Thongam Biswajit, Health Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan, CAF and PD Minister El Susindro, other ministers and senior government officials.
Academic atmosphere of the creator of the world. All the time, strike, fun, education, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting in my mind, see, I don't know what I'm university, science, physics, mathematics, adom na mo'y future plan ang tanggal sa kamasinsi yang tawag naman tawag Lepas tanah lahu ni, lepas si tanah lahu ni. Tunggu generation loh kita ber, tunggu milo loh kita ber, tunggu discussion pai kita ber. Tapi loh si kira masih dah tahu, kata orang kita ni minta bos kai kiki ban kiki kerana aja marai ye sih kari tahu sih kerana community kita mau tu sih kerana kita sih lah. Tuh thir ke lagi apa bas kata hoga roy. Institution nama tu betul 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 roy. That is the reason why koi dengan si generation gap tu lagi why we are facing a generation gap in today's present society. That is the reason why unrest 20, 30 years of unrest la ki no se koi ai khoi dai ki future ma bu ge bi koi adla ki future una ba unrest le ato pyo
Manipur has bagged the overall champion title of the second Northeast Olympic Games 2022 held in Shillong, Meghalaya. The event hosted by Meghalaya State Olympic Association under the aegis of Northeast Olympic Association wrap up today. Manipur claims a total of 233 medals, 85 gold, 73 silver and 75 bronze medals to claim the overall champion title. In all, 3,000 athletes from the 8 Northeast states participated in this year's edition of the Northeast Olympic Games. Notably, Manipur claims the overall champion title of the first Northeast Olympic Games held at Kumalam Park Sports Complex. The Manipur tennis contingent emerged as the team champion, winning 7 gold, 3 silver and 2 bronze medals at this second Northeast Games held at this Shillong club court on the concluding day. Women's double partners Banti Chongtham and Charmi Nongwekapam clinched the gold by beating the Assam team in a nail-biting super tie-breaker. Earlier, the prestigious men's team championship gold medal was won by Manipur, beating Mizoram in straight sets. In the men's singles, women's singles, under-18 boys singles, under-18 girls singles, under-18 girls doubles, women's doubles gold medals were all captured by the young talented rising tennis stars of the state, whose average ages are under 18 years. Their ground strokes, power games with skilled touches were appreciated by the knowledgeable tennis enthusiasts and crowd at the full-packed Shillong club courts. Watching Junior Davis Cupper Bhushan Haubam, Biki Sagolsem Sankar Haishnam and evergreen Banti Chongtham's games were applauded indeed by the tennis lovers, young learners and their parents who never left their seats during this week-long tennis bonanza. Established stars of the region, including Iftekhar Ahmed of Assam, Bilasir Khate of Nagaland and Basil Kuma of Mizoram were convincingly beaten by the Manipuri boys. Out of 17 medals in this event, the state bagged 12 medals, providing its dominance in second edition of the Northeast Olympic Games held in Shillong. Chairman of Hill Areas Committee and MLA of Nungba Assembly Constituency, Dinganglung Gangmei, said that efforts are underway to implement the Hill Areas Amendment Act in another 4 hill districts of the state after it has been enacted in 6 hill districts earlier. He said the same during a press meet at Hill Area Committee office located inside Manipur Legislative Assembly campus. Dinganglung Gamai said that necessary steps have been initiated to implement the Manipur Hill Area Autonomous District Councils Act 1971 and Rules 1972 in the 10 hill districts of the state. However, the meeting ended in state stalemate as only 13 members of Hill Areas Committee were present in the meeting. Dinganglung Kamai said that a next meeting will be held after the Sangai festival to pick up where they left off and resolve the matter. He also mentioned that necessary arrangements have been made to complete the ADC delimitation process in order to conduct ADC election at the earliest. He maintained that the delimitation process will be completed in the 10 districts and a report will be submitted to the state government without further delay.
District Council delimitation process, due process, we follow the due process. I mean, all the stakeholders, all those people need to be consulted, an opportunity of being heard to be given. Adugumba process yamna massive and lengthy so oibinina. Kudakta delimitation se pangtaw tawba yada wagi ekoi matam kharlo ibini.
All Manipur Working Journalists Union AMJU President Wang Khemsa Somjai has cautioned over fake journalists. He was speaking during National Press Day 2022 and Manipur State Journalist Award 2022 program at MSFDS Palace Compound. The event was organized by DIPR Works and YAS Minister Govindas Konthauzam, IPR and Health and Social Welfare Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan, Social Welfare, Fishery and Labour Minister Haikam Dingo, Editors Guild Manipur, President Khogendra Khumdram, MHJU President Peter Adani attended the function.
Ujara bungogi kembali gari dan nunggu kapsul ini, rakyat luar nunggu kapsul ini, infan perski angang nunggu kapga untuk film ini. Pusik sudah tanah tu pun tidak tahu berapa adum lagi. Ada aku kasih usia aku kan aku nihin dapat ini nanti. Ada maya masuk kan view. Ada kalau betam dah aku nak hanja media ada, takkan kuting aku media aje. Dah aku pung mengam dan pung mengam dan aku nak kasih buat kita yang lagi kemudian pun aku nak. Dah nak tahu dah wah dah lagi betam dah mana pun lagi dah. Yang mungkin lagi dah. Email pung pun lagi karena orang nak pung tu kali jauh no hang biru di. Mana pun lagi Simen suai organisasi mayang bani pakai tapi nak katuk dah lain macam mana kalau orang ini nak kabar pun desi kali no orang hai macam itu kan hamba tak pergi lah hang biru lagi.
Works Minister Govindas on the occasion expressed displeasure of a news report witnessing on social media platform and other unregistered firms. He stressed on the need to find out what is truth and what is wrong by the concerned authorities and journalist body.
The changing scenario of media fake news paid news credibility of the media houses and the press but at the same time media houses sing media ke fraternity Liberty sing sinasu. Karamakai yingsin mama sudarga ta do male. Masi punsil laga ying dragadi. Wahi yamana lan to biya. Wahi yamana koi shanti ta on mangamba. Kolom pai bi manga kane section ho ba dugi matam yo no tumena I thamjage.
Journalist fraternity across the country are celebrating National Press Day today. The day is observed in acknowledgement and honor the Press Council of India, a statutory and quasi-judicial establishment. The day marks the presence of an independent and responsible press in India. This was the day on which the Press Council of India started functioning as a moral watchdog to ensure that not only did the press maintain the high standards expected from this powerful medium, but also that it was not fettered by the influence or threats of any extraneous factors. Though there are several press or media councils world over, the Press Council of India is a unique entity in as much as this is the only body to exercise an authority even over the instruments of the state in its duty to safeguard the independence of the press. Secretary of All Manipur Press Association, Ampa Y.K. Dhiran, has urged the people of the state to extend support in the effort to boost the printing sector of Manipur so as to enhance the economy of the employees and the state as a whole. He said the same during the year-long Golden Jubilee celebration of All Manipur Press Association at Classic Grand in Chingmairong today. Y.K. Dhiran appealed to the people to carry out all printing activities in the state itself instead of choosing outside printing, adding that there are many well-equipped printing presses in the state. He also urged for maintaining impartiality within all printing firms, especially while printing government-related stuff. A one-day seminar on the future of printing industry in Northeast India was also held to mark the event. President of World Print and Communication Forum, Kamal Mohan Chopra, Vice President of All India Federation of Master Printers, AIF MP East Vidyut Ranjan, Chairman of Council of Higher Secondary Education, Manipur Kosem Akham Joykumar, and AMPA President Senjam Sujit shared the days during the program.
Tongan media states sing manufacturing industry sing tongan ba sigi lamda and advance oi sing si kaura kanda sigi suma sing pangthok pani Manipur da suma no technology machinery sing si laitring da Manipur gi koi print ki pot sing si ma palam da thadu kana palam da yam chaw economy ma koi chatlam ba do ngasi de koi madu khara do su no ba koi gi print.
Meanwhile, continuing its protest demanding inclusion of Meitei community in the scheduled tribe list of the Indian Constitution, members of Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee Manipur SDDCM, backed by various like-minded social organizations, today stormed the residence of Lamsang MLA Sorokhapam Rajen. The committee also submitted a memorandum to the MLA urging him to prevail upon to the state government to send recommendations to the center for enlisting the community in the ST category at the earliest. MLA Rajan is sure to look into the demand but refused to give assurance to support it, saying he needs to study the subject. It may be mentioned that the committee, along with like-minded groups, has been visiting the residence of ministers and MLAs in pursuit of its demand to the state government to send the required recommendations to the Centre for Inclusion of the Community in the ST list. Police have tightened up security measures in the backdrop of the upcoming VVIP visit to Manipur and Sangai Festival 2022. Imphal West Police Commando searched houses at Takhelekai, Thingomlekai, Sega Road, Kaisampat, Lemazamlekai and Kurau Makhong area from 6:30 am to 8:30 am today. Around 150 houses, including 5 houses belonging to different UG groups, were searched, in which about 270 persons were verified, police said. In the meantime, separate teams of Imphal West Police Commando conducted operation at Pratap Crossing area of Pona Bazar site, covering Mazir Road, Polo Ground area, Hotel Christina Stretch and Fashion Point area from 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Around 155 persons were verified properly one by one and 8 persons were detained and later handed over to city police for further verification. Churchandpur has geared up for a spectacular show for the Sangai Festival in the district, even as Deputy Commissioner of Churchandpur, SURAJ Arozu, has appealed to all concerned to extend maximum cooperation for the grand success of the 3-day tourism gala event to be held for the first time in the district. Addressing a press meet today at his office chamber, Deputy Commissioner of Churchandpur, SURAJ Arozu, said that the District Organizing Committee of MSF Churchandpur is all set for the Sangai Festival and has been making all-out efforts to make the festival a success with the active supervision of the MSF Organizing Committee. The Manipur Sangai Festival Churchandpur will be held at the pristine border village Behang and picturesque Khuga resorts from November 14 to 26. The festival is set to witness cultural sublimation, musical extravaganza, ramp work to promote local handloom and textiles, indigenous games and savory delicacies of all types and tastes, including local cuisines. SURAJ Arozu said that Chief Minister N. Biren Singh will grace the inaugural program at Gelzang Resort, Khuga on November 24th at 10:30 am. Later in the day, he will also grace the program at Behang Public Ground, Behang. Bahujana Sahitya Academy National Committee of India has conferred its prestigious Lifetime Achievement National Award on retired Prosecution Director Ngangum Tej Kumar of Manipur. The award was presented to Tej Kumar in recognition of his immense efforts and contributions to the society. The award was handed over to him during the 3rd National Conference of All India Bahujana Writers held at Garhwal Bhavan in New Delhi on November 13. People's Grievances and Reform Forum Committee, Chandel District, has set the notification dated November 8, 2022, issued to Chief Executive Officer, Autonomous District Council, Chandel, Churchandpur, Kangpokpi, Tamenglong, Senapati and Ukhrul on the subject recruitment of 750 vacant posts in 6 ADCs is a total blunder and direct violation and disrespect against the High Court of Manipur. A release from the committee described the notification as a threat to the democracy. It said, since the council is formed by the members with the chairman as the head and executive members of the council, the chief executive officer is not authorized to appoint such high post in the absence of the council. Thongnaujam Chauba Memorial Charitable Trust Singzamai distributed pension for November to inmates of Langol Old Age Home, Imphal West today. The pension fund is donated by Managing Trustee of Thongnaujam Chauba Memorial Charitable Trust, Thongnaujam Romain. Speaking at the event, Romain urged the people to treat the elderly with care, compassion and kindness. He maintained that the trust has also initiated necessary steps to distribute pension to the widows, adding that the widows' pension scheme will be distributed to the beneficiaries of Bishnupur district first. He further mentioned that arrangements are underway for all-age pension distribution in the hill districts and said that pension will be distributed to beneficiaries of Ukhrul district in the first phase. Social activist Oinam Sagar, founder of Langol Old Age Home, and Oinam Mangi were also present at the event. Miyamgi Numit in respect of Thoubal district will be held on November 18, said Thoubal District Deputy Commissioner SURAJ in a release. In a separate release, Kaching District Deputy Commissioner Somorjit Salam has informed that Miyamgi Numit in respect of Kaching District will be held on November 25th. The deceased appealed to the people of the two districts to attend the event and avail facilities under different government-sponsored schemes. India added 501 new coronavirus infections in the last 24 hours, taking the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4,46,66,676, while the number of active cases of the infection has dipped to 7,561, which comprise 0.02% of the total infections. As per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the death toll due to the viral disease has gone up to 5,30,535 with just 2 new fatalities. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease has gone up to 4,41,28,580. The country's recovery rate stands at 98.79%. Over 219.81 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Top 3 states contributing maximum number of COVID-19 cases to India's tally are Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka. Meanwhile, in the northeast India, Assam has the highest number of active cases, followed by Mizoram and Meghalaya. COVID-19 has infected over 64 crore and 10 lakh, while more than 66 lakh 18,000 have succumbed to the 3-dead coronavirus, and recoveries are above 62 crore and 8 lakh. Globally, United States of America has the highest COVID-19 cases, followed by India and France. Manipur Trade Unions Council has held a notification dated November 9, 2022, issued by Secretary of Manipur Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board, Peter Lysram. In a press release, the unions called the notification unprecedented and mentioned that a notification issued by then Secretary of the Board on the contrary cancel all education financial assistance given to the children of construction workers for 2018-2019, 2019-2020 and 2020-2021. It appealed to the board to remit the contribution to be met by the construction workers for the said years. After 2 days of the massive landslide in Mizoram's Nathial district, rescue teams have recovered 3 more dead bodies from under the debris of the stone quarry at the Modar village. The recovery has taken the number of dead to 11, with 1 person still missing. It may be mentioned that while 11 dead bodies were recovered, the number of total missing persons was 12 and now 1 remains missing. Of the 12 persons, 4 were employees of ABCI Infrastructures Private Limited, while 8 others were contractor employees, he said. 5 earth excavators, 1 stone crusher and a drilling machine were also completely buried under the debris, he said. The area of the landslide is approximately 5,000 square meters, the DC added. The rescue operation is being monitored by the National Disaster Response Force, NDRF team, District Administration Troopers of Assam Rifles and Border Security Force, BSF, and local volunteers. A body of a man, probably in his 30s, was found stuffed in a suitcase outside the city railway station at Jalandhar on Tuesday morning. According to the railway police, a worker noticed the abandoned red-colored suitcase lying outside the station at around 6 a.m. He sounded the railway officials, who called the police. The government railway police team took the bag in their possession and sealed the area. They also called the forensic investigation team on the spot, which took the body out of the bag. Preliminary investigation revealed that the suitcase had been lying outside the railway station since Monday night. The police teams were scrutinizing CCTV cameras to identify the person who had left the suitcase at Jalandhar. In one of the footage, a young man can be seen leaving the suitcase and going out through the station, a police official said, as per a media report. Well, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be back with latest news and updates.
Hotel Ambrosia. Always wondering where to stay while traveling to Delhi. Now leave all the worry and tensions behind. Introducing Hotel Ambrosia, situated near Delhi Airport at Mahipalpur. Rooms at affordable prices, 24-hour Wi-Fi service, restaurant service. For Northeast and North Indian foods, pick and drop service available. For For more detail, please contact Hotel Ambrosia, Mahipalpur, Delhi 9643504772.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching IS Primetime English News. India was handed over the presidency of the G20 at the closing session of the G20 summit in Bali today. India will officially assume the G20 presidency from December 1st. At the closing session, Indonesian President Joko Widodo symbolically handed over the G20 presidency to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Speaking at the closing session of the summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said it is a matter of pride for every Indian as the country takes over the presidency of the G20, adding that India is taking charge of the G20 at a time when the world is grappling with geopolitical tensions, economic slowdown, rising food and energy prices, and long-term ill effects of the pandemic. Modi promised a presidency that will be inclusive and a voice of the developing countries. He also assured that India will strive to ensure that the G20 acts as a global prime mover to envision new ideas and accelerate collective action over the next 1 year. He also stressed the need to provide the benefits of development to all human beings with compassion and solidarity, he said. Global development is not possible without women's participation, and maintained that women-led development should be priority in the G20 agenda. After several reschedules, Artemis 1 was launched from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida by NASA on Wednesday. The Artemis 1 is the first integrated test of NASA's deep space exploration systems, the Orion spacecraft Space Launch System, SLS rocket, and the ground systems at the agency's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The first in a series of increasingly complex missions, Artemis 1 is an uncrewed flight test that will provide a foundation for human deep space exploration and demonstrate our commitment and capability to return humans to the moon and extend beyond. The mission duration is accurate time is 25 days, 11 hours, 36 minutes destined to the distant retrograde orbit around the moon. It will cover approximately 1.3 million miles, 2.1 million kilometers during the mission. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak greenlit a new youth mobility partnership scheme that will offer 3,000 visas to 18 to 30-year-old degree-educated Indian every year to live and work in the UK for up to 2 years. The reciprocal scheme, which will also involve British nationals living and working in India, was signed as part of the UK-India Migration and Mobility Partnership (MPP) last year and will now be formally launched in early 2023. The scheme was launched by Sunak as part of the UK's Indo-Pacific focus at G20 summit in Bali, where he met Prime Minister Narendra Modi to confirm the new bespoke route, and which Downing Street said makes India the first visa national country to benefit from such a scheme. The launch of the UK-India Young Professionals Scheme is dubbed a significant moment for the bilateral relationship and the UK's wider commitment to forging stronger links with the Indo-Pacific region to strengthen both India and British economies. It is also seen as an effort to propel the ongoing Free Trade Agreement (FTA) negotiations, which are now expected to run until at least March next year. Donald Trump has announced he will run for the United States presidency again in 2024 despite facing multiple criminal investigations and the poor performance of the candidates he backed in last week's midterm elections. Trump launched a bid, his third for the presidency, yesterday evening at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, a week after elections in which Republicans failed to win as many seats in Congress as they had hoped. Trump spoke to hundreds of cheering crowd of donors and longtime supporters and said he announced his candidacy for President of the United States in order to make America great again. Earlier in the day, aides filed paperwork with the U.S. Federal Election Commission setting up a committee called Donald J. Trump for President 2024. There is a long road ahead before the Republican presidential nominee is formally selected in the U.S. summer of 2024, with the first state-level contest more than a year away. Analysts believe Trump's unusually early launch may well be aimed at fending off potential challenges for the party's nomination in 2024, including rising star Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, 44, and Trump's former Vice President Mike Pence, 63. But Trump, who was twice impeached during his last term as president, enters the race at a moment of political vulnerability. Let's now have the sports news. In sports today, YWC Thambalkhong secured 6-1 over WFA Kakching in the ongoing Khelo India State League for Under-17 Girls Football Tournament at Lamnong Thongkhong Artificial Turf Ground today. In the match, YWC Thambalkhong's players Mangpi Neng Khongsai, Namram Lanchenbi, Thongam Resma and Kayem Paibam Anju scored the winning goals. The lone goal of the losing team was scored by Khumukcham Bhumika. In another tournament, PLL Churchanpur beat ESU Wangkai by 3-1. For the winners, Kikim scored all the winning goals. For ESU Wangkai, Yumlembam Bidyangambisor the lone goal. There will be no matches tomorrow. A total of 10 teams are competing in the tournament organized by All Manipur Football Association. The upcoming BWF World Tour finals have been shifted from Guangzhou to Bangkok due to COVID-19 and will begin on December 7, a week earlier than originally scheduled. The same was announced by the World Badminton body. The tournament, which was slated to start on December 14, was pushed forward due to stadium availability issues. The season-ending event will now be held at the Nimibord Arena in Bangkok from December 7 to 11. BWF added that it will confirm the list of qualified athletes for the tournament on November 22nd after the conclusion of the ongoing Australian Open. H.S. Pranoy is likely to be India's only singles representative at the World Tour finals after double Olympic medalist P.V. Sindhu, the only other Indian to qualify for the season-ending event, had pulled out of the tournament as she is yet to fully recover from a stress fracture on her left ankle. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. As many as 31 insurgents, including 4 women cadres belonging to 5 proscribed outfits, lay down arms before Chief Minister Nongthoman Biren. Manipur clinches overall champion title of 2nd Northeast Olympic Games 2022, bags 233 medals, including 85 gold. MLA Dinganglung Gangmei says efforts on to implement Hill Areas Amendment Act in another 4 hill districts of Manipur. National Press Day observed, Amzu President Wang Khemcha Samjai cautions over fake journalists. All Manipur Press Association AMPA Secretary Y.K. Dhiren seeks people's support to boost printing sector of Manipur. And Lamsang MLA S. Rajan assures to look into ST status demand by SDDCM but refuses to give assurance to support it. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching IS News and good night.